Spoilers have made it clear from the beginning that Sonny is Port Charles' smartest citizen. Smarter than the mayor, smarter than the police, smarter than the district attorney's office. Sonny sees all and eventually knows all, so it's only a matter of time before Sonny, Maurice Bernard, puts the pieces together and figures out that Nina, Cynthia Watrous, was the one who finked on Carly, Laura Wright, and Drew, Cameron Matheson, to the Securities and Exchanges Commission. The only question now is, will Sonny forgive his fiancée? Here's what viewers predicted would happen. Sonny's intelligence will also make him capable of understanding that Carly drove Nina to her dastardly deed, speculate 5% of you. Carly went out of her way to ensure that Nina had no access to her dying daughter, Willow, Caitlin McMullen, or Willow and Michael's, Chad Duell, children. Nina had to strike back somehow. Sonny won't be happy, 20% of you predict. But Nina's betrayal will be pushed to the back burner as soon as Sonny also figures out what Michael has done to him. The boy Sonny raised as his own, the one whose biological father he had to torture to get AJ to sign Michael over to him, that ungrateful brat, has been scheming to bring Sonny down for months. And using Dex, Evan Hofer, to do it. Doesn't Michael realize that Sonny loves all his baby mobsters? This will break his heart. Sonny will show no mercy, 75% speculate. Remember how he reacted when Brenda wore a wire to entrap him? Sonny requires loyalty at all costs, and not just to himself, but to people he loves, likes, is related to, or once brushed up against in an elevator. When Nina went after Carly, she went after Sonny's family. Which means she went after him. Crying in the rain will be the least of what happens to her. Today on General Hospital, Sam gives Cody advice. Nina vows payback is coming, and Sonny gives up on Michael. Dent and Sam arrive back home. They discuss what happened on Spoon Island before grabbing a shower together. At the PCPD, Cody pays a ticket as Heather is escorted by in cuffs. Sasha arrives and asks an officer to see Heather. The officer assumes she's her lawyer, and Sasha says she is. He leaves to have Heather brought up. Cody asks Sasha if she knows what she's doing. Sasha says, "That murdering bitch killed my husband, and I'm going to see he gets justice." Cody stops by Dante and Sam's. He tells Dante what Sasha's doing and is hoping Dante can help her without exposing her. Dante agrees to step in and he takes off. Alone, Sam asks Cody why he cares about Sasha. Cody says he just doesn't want to see her be Heather's next casualty. Cody stops by Dante and Sam's. He tells Dante what Sasha's doing and is hoping Dante can help her without exposing her. Dante agrees to step in and he takes off. Alone, Sam asks Cody why he cares about Sasha. Cody says he just doesn't want to see her be Heather's next casualty. Back at the station, Sasha asks to be alone with Heather, her client, in the interrogation room. Bennett wishes Sasha luck and departs. Heather is confused if she hired Sasha or if she was court-appointed. Heather claims she has a memory problem and sometimes forgets days at a time, or how she ends up in prison cells. She swears she doesn't remember Ryan taking her and Esma away from Spring Ridge, and she thinks Ryan hypnotized her. Dante enters the interrogation room and asks how things are going. Sasha reveals Heather just told her how she plans to get away with the Hook killings. Sasha rails that she won't let Heather exploit the system to get off easy again. She's going to be a witness for the prosecution and take Heather down for good. Heather cries she did nothing wrong, and Ryan was threatening her. Sasha applauds her act, but it won't stand a chance against her grieving widow testimony. She says she is going to do whatever it takes to see Heather found guilty and get consecutive life sentences. Dante tells Sasha her time is up and shows her out. Left alone with Dante, Heather tells him that she's ready to confess. Dex and Joss wake up in his bed together and kiss. She jokes she's never been with him in his bed, only on the couch. Dex points out she never slept over either. They both admit they have strong feelings for one another and kiss some more. Joss admits she's never felt this way before and doesn't want it to stop. Later, Dex steps out, dressed, and returns with a bag. He gets a call about the pikeman shipment, and he discusses with the person on the other end. This is a big deal, and they could all do time if it goes wrong. Joss overhears and asks what pikeman is. Joss reminds him he swore he would be done working for Sonny soon, but that won't do him any good if he's arrested. Dex explains to Joss that he won't be arrested, but Sonny will be. He reveals he's working undercover to get evidence against Sonny. She asks if he's a cop or a federal agent, and he admits he's not. He tells her that he was hired to work his way into Sonny's circle and gain information for his employer to use against Sonny. Joss asks who he's working for. Dex says he can't tell her that, but he can pull out of this job. He says her hating Sonny and seeing him behind bars for life are two different things. He asks what she wants him to do. Michael and Willow arrive at the gatehouse where Carly is waiting with Wiley and the baby to welcome her home. Willow sits down and feeds baby Amelia, and Michael thanks Carly for taking care of the kids while he brought Willow home. Carly puts baby Amelia to bed, and Wiley notes the baby sleeps a lot. Michael explains she's growing and needs sleep. Wiley says mommy sleeps a lot too. Willow explains she was tired when baby Amelia was in her tummy. He asks now that she's not, is she going to be able to play with him more? Willow explains she still has to take it easy for a while. Michael decides to take Wiley to the house to help Olivia make a pizza. Alone, Willow breaks down and tells Carly she didn't expect it to be this hard. She doesn't know if it is fair to keep lying to her child. Carly thinks Wiley may be too young to understand the concept of death, and it's okay not to tell him on her first day home. Willow doesn't know how to tell her little boy she's going to leave him forever, and it didn't have to be that way. Willow knows she could have started treatment earlier, but she put the baby ahead of her little boy. Carly tells her that she made a choice at giving her daughter her best chance at life. She says she may be leaving Wiley, but she gave him a baby sister, so stop blaming herself. Willow admits she's afraid and doesn't want to leave her children or Michael. Carly holds her and says she knows. Sonny stops by the Quartermains to see Brooke Lynn and is hoping she can help him. He explains he and Michael are still fighting, but he still has a lot of years to try and get through to Michael. However, Nina and Willow may only have weeks. He needs to find a way to convince Willow to see her mother. He asks Brooke Lynn to let Michael know he needs to talk to him. Michael appears and says he's here, so what does Sonny need to talk to him about? Brooke Lynn leaves to give them privacy. Michael guesses his father is here about Nina. Sonny begs his son to convince Willow to see her mother, but Michael won't do that. Michael states these might be Willow's last days and she gets to spend them the way she wants, not making Nina feel better. Sonny blows up and says he gives up on Michael. He screams he's tried to get through to him, but he can't. He says if Michael can't show any compassion for Nina, then he won't be responsible for what happens and storms out. Nana arrives at the hospital and overhears Drew telling a nurse he is there to finish the paperwork for the family now that Willow is gone. Nina is stunned and asks what he means. Drew relays that she went back home and Nina is relieved. Drew explains she wanted to be home to enjoy Michael and the kids as long as she can. Nina fears Willow is giving up. Drew says this was Willow's choice, but Nina feels she'll get better treatment here. Drew tells her that Michael and Willow made this decision together. Nina adds, with Carly's input no doubt. Nina vents about now she has no access to her own daughter and can't believe Drew is okay with Carly lying to him for months about Willow. Drew isn't okay with that but says he and Carly are members of an extended family through Michael and they are trying to get along for Willow's sake. Nana cedes that Carly ruined any chance she had of reconciling with Willow. Drew tells her she has nobody to blame for that but herself. Drew points out she alienated Willow for years. Nina says if they had known the truth sooner, they could have reconciled earlier. Drew believes Carly owed Willow the truth and to let her decide what to do with it, but she didn't owe Nina anything. Nina calls him as self-righteous as Carly and says when payback comes, he'll be just as deserving of it. Nina vents about now she has no access to her own daughter and can't believe Drew is okay with Carly lying to him for months about Willow. Drew isn't okay with that but says he and Carly are members of an extended family through Michael and they are trying to get along for Willow's sake. Nana cedes that Carly ruined any chance she had of reconciling with Willow. Drew tells her she has nobody to blame for that but herself. Drew points out she alienated Willow for years. Nina says if they had known the truth sooner, they could have reconciled earlier. Drew believes Carly owed Willow the truth and to let her decide what to do with it, but she didn't owe Nina anything. Nina calls him as self-righteous as Carly and says when payback comes, he'll be just as deserving of it.